Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Picture this. It's 1962, and three prisoners pull off an escape from the absolute most dangerous prison in America. And the wild part? To this very day, nobody can actually explain what really happened to them. We're going to break down exactly how they did it and unpack the chilling mystery that still haunts us decades later. So you got to ask yourself, how on earth do you escape Alcatraz? We're talking about Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary here. It's a literal fortress completely surrounded by freezing water, ridiculously powerful currents, and deadly isolation. Everyone said escape was impossible. There was no way out. Until, of course, there was.
America's most dangerous prison.
Prison officials were incredibly confident. They claimed escape was completely impossible. Now, many prisoners tried, right? And most of them failed. Some even disappeared forever in those deadly waters. But three men, they were different. Unlike the other inmates, these guys spent months secretly, and I mean meticulously, planning out every single detail of their breakout. Those three specific men were Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin. They were entirely different from everyone else who had ever tried and failed before them. They were methodical, they were patient, and they were getting ready to execute what is basically the ultimate underdog heist.
Section 2. Planning the impossible.
Just think about the sheer mechanics of this. Using just stolen spoons and a few homemade tools, they slowly, painfully chipped away at the solid concrete walls inside their cells. Night after night, with guards literally walking right by them, they kept digging in complete, absolute silence. And to hide the holes, they actually placed these fake painted walls right over them.
But honestly, that wasn't even the most shocking part. Get this, the prisoners created fake human heads. They used soap, paper, and real hair that they secretly collected from the prison barbershop. It is so macabre, but it worked. Every night, guards would look into their cells and completely believe the prisoners were fast asleep, when in reality, they were awake and getting ready to vanish.
And to get off the island, they needed a boat. So hiding behind the prison walls, these men actually built a homemade raft. They took more than 50 stolen raincoats and painstakingly stitched them all together by hand. Just an incredible amount of dedication. Which brings us to Section 3, the night of the escape, June 11th, 1962. Okay, picture the suspense here. Under the cover of darkness, the prisoners crawled right through those holes behind their cells. Then they climbed up through these hidden utility corridors, eventually making it all the way to the prison roof before they just vanished into the pitch-black darkness of the San Francisco Bay. It wasn't until the next morning that reality finally set in. By morning, the entire prison completely erupted into chaos. The guards did their rounds and actually discovered those fake heads still lying there in the beds. The absolute shock they must have felt, right? The prisoners were already long gone. Section 4. The largest FBI manhunt. Almost immediately, the FBI launched what would become one of the largest manhunts in all of American history. You had helicopters actively searching the bay from above. You had boats scanning every inch of that freezing water. And all the while, prison officials kept loudly insisting that the men simply must have drowned while trying to escape. But here is the massive twist. 0 bodies were ever found. Exactly 0 bodies washed ashore, 0 bodies pulled from the bay. And with that single haunting number, this whole story pivots right from a daring heist into an absolutely incredible unsolved mystery. Section 5. An unsolved American mystery. Over the years, all these incredibly strange clues started popping up. A mysterious letter surfaced claiming one of the escapees was actually still alive. Family members reportedly received secret postcards, and even anonymous flowers were sent for decades. Some investigators seriously suspect the men might have even successfully made it all the way down to South America. So, what does this all mean? Well, officially, the case remains totally unsolved. Nobody really knows whether the prisoners drowned beneath those freezing waters or if they actually achieved the impossible. But one thing is for sure, 3 men really did escape from Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, and it's a mystery that still haunts America today. What do you think happened to them?